What's up, everyone? It is Diecastbuffet here again. Guys, we have a 2003 Joe Nemechek UAW Delphi Chevrolet in the studio from Racing Champions. Believe it or not, this paint scheme actually won a Winston Cup race. We'll be talking about that in today's video. Alright folks, here we go with today's Diecast review. And this is a car that I have had for, well, let's just say about 22 years now. And it's kind of getting a little bit uncommon, to be honest with you. This was one of the final paint schemes before Brian Vickers took over, which I actually want to say Vickers drove this car in late 2003. The 25 car for Hendrick Motorsports, let's just keep it real. It was kind of a rotating door of drivers. You would have Jerry Nadeau, Joe Nemechek, Brian Vickers, Casey Mears, and then inevitably it would be rebranded to the 88 car. And it was interesting. Like, it was all over the place in terms of drivers, but they actually had some success. I mean, there's teams in NASCAR that will go 2 decades and they won't even win a race, right? The 25 car, it won, oh my goodness, it won Atlanta, Richmond, and Talladega in the 2000s. I think that's the 3 races it won, maybe one more. This car won Richmond in 2003, and it was actually a rain-shortened race. What makes it so interesting is this car was offered as a rain delay car. Believe it or not, like, you could buy it in the Racing Champions line. I think it was only one of 500 produced, which when you have diecasts 3, 4, 5 years ago made with this many, think about that. They said this was a limited edition, one of 20,000. Imagine only 500 of these being in circulation. It's a wonder they still even exist, right? We're talking about grandstands at Michigan, Pocono, 120,000 people there, right? I mean, NASCAR was so big back then. I'm surprised there's still some of them sealed in the box. So anyways, it is one of the few, and it very well could be the only paint scheme that I could think of that had the same paint scheme that was released in the rain delay line for Racing Champions that actually won a rain-shortened race. Because Michael Waltrip, Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman, they didn't get their cars in the Racing Champions line. They won some rain-delayed races. There's other ones, you know, Sterling Marlin as well. There's a whole bunch of them I'm probably forgetting, but you get what I'm trying to say. Let's go to the hood of the diecast. This was a heavily used car. I used this car a lot. I like the paint scheme. Got UAW Delphi. Got the bow tie right there. A ton of scratches right there on the hood. Surprisingly, the windows still have that, printed detail too, which is honestly kind of surprising. Go to the front of the diecast, you have Monte Carlo with a ton of scrapage on the splitter. Again, this car seen a lot of Duralast Cup Series style racing back in the 2000s. You had that silver touch to the headlights and the front grille piece. Got number 25, Moog, Clevite, Simpson, Edelbrock, Union 76, and Wixhelf air filters. Over to the left side of the diecast here. And the 25 car was kind of bittersweet for 2002 and 2003 because Jerry Nadeau was driving it in 2002. You know, the results wasn't exactly there. And inevitably, they decided to make the switch. They swapped him out for Joe Nemechek. Joe Nemechek takes over the ride. They would win Richmond in 03, but he didn't finish, you know what I'm saying, over there at 03. And it gets really bittersweet because that put Nadeau into the 01 car. They have the unfortunate accident at Richmond, and I want to say it was the same race because it was the spring race. I think. No. Was it the fall race or the spring race? I think it was actually the fall race. Excuse me. Could be tripping on that. Anyways, Nadeau had the accident in the 01 Army car. And then eventually Nemechek would go and replace the 01 Army car. There was a lot of connections there, but it's just really, bittersweet because, I like Nadeau, man. And his career, unfortunately, was cut very, very short. So you got UAW Delphi there, got Quaker State GMAC, which GMAC would become the main sponsor of the 25 car for the 2004 year. You know, it's weird to me, like with 2003, the Winston Cup, NASCAR Thunder, all that stuff. And then like 2004, even though it's only 1 year apart, it feels like 5 years apart. Like you have all the new age drivers in 2004, all the new look paint schemes, just everything about it. It seems so different. Like another mind-blowing thing to me is that 2005 and 2007 in NASCAR feel like 8 years apart. COTs, the Monte Carlo, the 06, 07 variant was different than the 05. It's only 2 years, but it feels like 8 different years. It's just mind-blowing to me. Like, I remember watching NASCAR in 2012, and I'm like, oh, them Gen 4 cars were so long ago. Actually, it was only like 5 years ago. It's just crazy. Like, NASCAR, it advances so fast that it makes the years kind of just blur together a little bit. Anyways, you have a staple with the Racing Champions cars. The clear coat is pretty thin, so the Goodyear lettering can really rub off on the front fender. You got 25 right there with I think that's a battery. I could be tripping on that. Number 25, True Value, Holly, Gatorade. You got Mechanics Work, Mac Tools, EA Sports, Infograms, whatever that is, Comp, 3M, Goodyear, Ray Bestos. I think that's Plastalock. Could be tripping on that. Waste Management. You got your B-Post decal, Joe Nemechek. Got the bone marrow program and the battery thing there. Go to the back panel of the diecast. You have UAW Delphi on the back panel. Number 25, you have Quaker State. The spoiler has a pretty gnarly amount of damage to it. Definitely needs a new coat of paint. On the right side of the diecast here, again, you can see a lot of raced wear damage. I mean, that's one thing I liked about the Racing Champions cars, is that since the clear coat was so thin, if you scrape the car a little bit against another one, it would easily start scratching the side. I mean, that looks just like a normal car. Like, if you would have told me this is like a Texas raced version or something, I'd believe you. I'm just going to keep it a stack. Go to the top of the diecast. Now, this is something interesting. Look at the 25. It almost looks like it has like ripple effect on it. I don't think that is decal cracking. I think that's actually just the decal placement itself. It almost looks like it was, I don't know, shrunk or something. Like maybe it didn't cure properly. The clear coat reacted to it. I'm not sure, but I don't think that is a process of aging. I think that's more of a factory flaw, to be honest with you. And you go over here to the deck of the car. You have UAW Delphi once again. Really, really cool paint scheme. So 2004 would be a completely different branding for the 25 car. It would be blue and black with yellow. Very different from the red and black design from 2002. I think 01 as well, and then naturally 2003. This was the only year this paint scheme would run with this body style, as 02 would have a completely different car model. But yeah, it's kind of a hard diecast to get. I mean, they made a Megalodon of these, but some of the Winston Cup paint schemes, they get a little bit more uncommon, and this is one of them I've had, fortunately, for forever. I don't think there is a Action Winter Circle variant of this car. There's probably a hood open one, which, some people like that, some people don't. But I tell you what, if I could find just like a Winter Circle edition of this car, closed hood, I would love to get that one. That's my favorite ones to collect, is the Winter Circle ones for the Chevrolets and whatnot. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. This would be a pretty cool throwback paint scheme, I think. It's simple enough, but it's a very common color palette that I think you can make it work with a lot of different paint schemes. That's all for now. Have a blessed one. Diecastbuffet signing off.